Hi, family, and welcome to Get the Tea on Me Royalty. I want to get on here today and do an affirmation. I've been doing the affirmations with a voiceover and just having like a scenery going. And I just said, I don't know, if I should just get on here and make an appearance. As I said in my other video, I've been very busy. Though the affirmation that I'm going to read today, I'm still coming from my book. You See It, Cosmic Royalty. And I just did a voiceover. So what I did is I started on chapter 1 called Broken Roots, and we kind of went over how us as chosen ones, we're healing the generations, 7 generations forward, 7 generations backwards. And yesterday I stopped off where I was saying how I learned to not allow my trauma to take the lead in my life. Okay, and so I had to eventually learn to free my mind and not allow past events to continue painting rainy days where there should only be laughter, sunshine, and bikinis. Truly, nothing has power unless you give it power. Period. There were many times when I've been paralyzed with fear, trapped in my root chakra, shaken from the many unexpected punches and blows that life had presented to me. Life has had me literally on the ground, punching, kicking, and screaming, wanting to know what I had done to deserve this type of treatment. I've been at that point when I just knew my life was over and I couldn't take any more pain. And just as I began to gain my balance and adjust my footing, life struck me again. This time even harder, knocking the breath out of me, kicking me in the middle of my face, daring me to get up. As I struggled to get up, literally hanging on by a thread, folding inward and slowly dying, as I'm wondering, what method shall I use to fight back? Because I'm really getting my butt kicked. It doesn't say all that. It says, I'm wondering what method I shall use to fight back. And is there a real reason for all of this pain? Listen to me, my beautiful readers. Listen to me, my beautiful readers and supporters. I speak from experience. I speak from experience when I say that life is not a really bad joke, where you are stuck on stage as everyone is laughing at you. You may feel sometimes as if you are standing there on that stage of life, patiently waiting on the punchline, as the whole world seems to be falling out of their chairs, laughing at your journey, mocking your efforts. Understand that the great universe, Mama, is not against you. Now, people may be against you. And in that case, so what? And literally, that's what I say in my book. In that case, so what? Always remember, our suffering unlocks many treasures, purifies our souls, even though it may not feel like it at the time. If you look back examining some of your past pains, traumatic experiences, and how they taught you so many things that no other teacher ever could have taught you, you should then find that along the way, without even knowing, you have collected bags full of sparkling jewels along your journey and your path. Throughout all that pain, throughout all of that trauma, there were jewels that you found along the way. Okay? And these jewels are simply priceless, like the moment of your child being born, travels to foreign lands, learning new languages and collecting new knowledge. These jewels also may come as tough love, hard lessons learned, ancient wisdom being passed down through the Akashic records and the bloodline, genetic codes being passed down through the family bloodline, or even something as simple as learning how to administer self-love, and so much more. So basically what it is saying is that at the end of your journey, even though you went through all these trials and tribulations, and it just seems like, when is it ever going to end? throughout that journey, you have to say that you have had some beautiful experiences, whether it was your child being born, whether it was, some travels that you took, whether it was walking across the stage after you graduated, or, even if it's something to where it's, you just, got out of a drug program. It don't have to be always be something spectacular. Anytime you're making any type of progress, that is good, and we can't look at other people's situations and other people's statuses and compare that to our journey, because just like I said, for myself, I had a purpose to heal my bloodline, meaning I couldn't just take off and go to college and what would they call it, this well-rounded red-blooded American. No, I was supposed to be this warrior goddess spirit that was coming down here to stump on all of those genetic imprints that was not conducive to my bloodline moving forward. Okay, and that is what I did. I slaughtered them all. You can just call me the demon slayer. Okay, I slaughtered them all. Okay, so basically that's what this is saying. It said if you look back and examine some of your past pains, traumas, and experiences, and how they taught you so many things that no other teacher could have ever taught you, like just the love between a mother and a child, that's something no one could ever teach you. That's something, just you being able to heal through, just to be able to heal from your past traumas, and get to that other side. I can't even imagine how I survived in all of that trauma that I was subjected to. But now that I'm on the other side of the healing, I can actually help to lead other people out of the trauma. And so, but yeah, and then it says, at the end of the journey, you shall see that you've collected a lot of jewels. Okay, pretty much. And some of those jewels may come as, ancient wisdom, hard lessons learned, tough love. Though at the end of the day, we should always be healing, learning, and expanding like the universe. It seems to me that it is only in those times when we are down on the ground and wounded do we then learn to stand still and listen to what the Great Spirit or the Great Mother or whoever you call your higher power. It is only then, when we're beaten down on the ground and wounded, do we learn to stand still and listen to what the Great Spirit is trying to say to us. And trust me when I say, I speak from experience when I tell you, Spirit shall continue loving you and communicating with you, though you won't ever hear Spirit's voice or even see things clearly until you are done crying about your assignments, done crying about your purpose that you came down here and agreed to fulfill. You will not be able to hear the voice of Spirit until you are done crying and complaining and lift your head to heed the calling on your life. After you are done crying, it is then that you shall grow. You shall then clearly hear the Great Spirit's voice inside of your head, inside of your mind's eye. And I call it my first eye. Others call it your third eye. And so that's the end of this chapter, you guys. And so we just completed the chapter called Broken Ware. And these are the different chapters inside of the book. So we got a bunch of chapters to go through. But so you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. But just like I said, let me know if you enjoy these affirmations where I am physically present, or do you mind me just doing the voiceovers? Because I will mix it up. I will do the voiceovers as well as the affirmations while I'm present. But just always remember, at the end of the day, no matter what they say, in each and every single way, we are royalty, family, and I shall see you in a minute. Ashe.